position, this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. The screen, he can go. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Hayes. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
42, Spider.
Using his feet. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
They go to the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making a big play after the catch? They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Brooks. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. The quick out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going to the running game. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Kick is in the air. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Bridges. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Bruins want to move quickly. Motion from the wide receiver. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Running the red zone. It's Bridges. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll take it himself. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to scramble. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. They've been completely lethargic in this 1st half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big...
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Bruins. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You gotta go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Going to swing it on second down. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his big tight end. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. It'll be a draw. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Calls his own number. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Frost. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
The Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. going back to work on offense now. Last time they had it, just a thing of beauty. Great balance between the run and pass, and it took them right to the end zone. Pulls it in. It's Adams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Ivory. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. To keep it in the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Here's the handoff. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Snap it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Unloads it downfield. He's got it along the sideline.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Baker. Flushed out of the pocket. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Takes the handoff. It's Harvin. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Baker. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on third. Going for 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Frost. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads it left. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets past the marker. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Rides the back and leaves it. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. First and goal, and this feels like their chance. Touchdown, UCLA! Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Off-play action. Buys a little extra time. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down to get...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
It's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 21 to Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Running to Green. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. The 10. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Points. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Release to the back. grab near the marker. It's Bridges. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll go to the air. Under fire. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 2nd down. Let's it fly. Intercepted deep in his own end.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Rita, easy.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They're going to throw it again from their own end zone. That's reeled in. It's Burns. And he'll be brought down. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.